Cyber road, virtual threat, keystroke kill, identity hidden, I fulfill. Cyber assassin, that's my prowl. Codes in hand, you'll fall. Hack and strike, chaos I make. Cyber realm, my domain to take.
What's going down? However do you want it? However do you need it? However do you want it? However do you need it? However do you want it? However do you want me? Cold fresh air. Feel the melody that's in the air. I'm bound to take a look around. What's going down? However do you want it? However do you need it? However do you want it? However do you need me? Cool fresh air. Feel the melody that's in the air. I'm bound to take a look around. What's going down? However do you want it? However do you want me? What do you think, Deej? That's my boy. That's my little buddy. Scramble up the hill, bud. Let's see what's over the hill. What's going on up here? Definitely time to get out. Get out. Get out of the house. Get away from the TV. Just another day of warfare and battles in humanity. Whether it be across the seas or right here in the good old States, you know? There's hatred and anger everywhere. Worry, worry, worry. Be afraid. There's new diseases. If you cease to be concerned, we'll certainly find something to concern you. Fuck. I'm just so unconcerned. I'm like, I just don't have time to be worried, bro. Like, life is too short. It really is. Fuck. I ain't worried. Not worried, not gonna be forced to be worried. Just don't have time. What for? There's stuff out here to take a look at and see. Little Dag likes to go hiking. Needs to get out. Up. Oh, little cliff. Little tiny one. I think we're gonna go check this river out here because this is that same area, just down about 2 miles that way. Just field of pottery. I mean, you can't walk without stepping on pottery everywhere you go. This area has been gone through, though. I mean, a lot more dirt has been intentionally moved. They've done a lot of work out here, so I would assume there will be less to find, but, assumptions make ass out of you and umption, right? So, let's go take a look, see what we find. Definitely, oh man, feeling spirit, feeling that yearning for purpose, that desire to be fulfilled, right? Come on, pup. Fulfillment's important. I mean, desire is one of those things that I typically would try to avoid more than go after, because usually desire is something that is leading you towards base actions. I usually take desire and I put it towards, sex and food and drugs and those kinds of things, and try to lend myself more to things that are going to help me in my path, lead me in a good direction. a way that's going to feed my soul, strengthen my body, clarify my mind, purify my heart, and reveal my intentions, because sometimes your intentions can be hidden even from yourself. Sometimes your will seems to be your own, but it's not. Sometimes it literally is delivered unto you by outside forces, like media and news and friends and family and their thoughts and ideals and ideas and preferences. They do tend to take hold and, set some sort of narrative. These things are, they test the water. They got these well casings basically that are set beside the waterway so they can see the depth of the water in the aquifers. Anywhere where you've got free flowing water 24/7, you're going to end up having access to below ground water. And, they test what's in the water and that kind of stuff. You need to stay close, Deej. Come here. Come here, bud. But I haven't really hiked this particular area here. Come here. Let me get your leash, because there are coyotes and bobcats and those damn wild dogs and different things out here. Definitely don't need you running off like you did that one time. That was stupid. That was just stupid, but I forgive you. You're just following your nature, right? You get scared, you run. That's what little dogs do. Some big dogs run to it. Little dogs run from it. Duly. It's not a bad practice, I gotta say. When you're a little dog. Preserve. Self-preservation is key, right? And yes, this is, again, in Tucson, to be fair, Marana, just outside of Tucson. Once again, the river, the Rito, most commonly known by locals, Shit Creek, because it is the wastewater runoff from the sewage treatment plant, right? But as I like to see it, it's nature. It's a river of water free flowing in Tucson all the time. And it affords all of the amenities that come with a river, plant life, wildlife, lots of birds and plants and animals. And it's a very interesting place to come and just take a walk. It's beautiful. It's something that is overlooked, I think, in our city here as a place to spend time. As you can see, nobody ever is. You only get people flying through on their side-by-sides, motorcycles, quads. That's the basic traffic you get through here typically. But as far as I see, it's a place that's worthy of spending time. You could almost camp out and hang out. Come back. Looks like a former camp, not a current, but let's go ahead and walk down the river a bit. Ready, Dad? Come on. So walk along the river here in Tucson. Like I said, it's not a widely traveled or frequented place. I don't exactly understand why, though. because it's beautiful. It gives you everything that you would have at any other river other than clean water that you can drink and fish that you can eat. True. But the beauty's still here. The landscape's still here. The animals are still here. The nature's still here. It's still beautiful. It's much better than going and spending time in the town with all the people. And, well, we know what's going on with the people right now. Everybody's concerned and worried, as they should be, right? We're all supposed to be so worried. Concerned with war and issues. But I don't want to. Beautiful. Come back. I think we go back down and cross. Yeah, we're going to cross down there. Let me carry you through this. This is rather deep here, bud. So, I was talking before about breaking free and setting yourself apart from those who do not share your morals, values, your intentions, your will, and setting yourself as a sovereign being in thought and action, and staying in action, because in acting is where change happens, right? And it can be quite uneasy. It can feel very unhospitable because it's unknown, it's new territory, it's new ground, it's new feelings, especially emotions and thoughts, parts of you that have been set aside being put on the stage with you as a part of you and facing it and being it. It can be scary, definitely. But it's worth it because, as I was saying before, with breaking new ground comes new understandings, new beliefs. And it opens you to the unknown, the yet to be found, had. New perspectives, even on old things. Some things that you have set yourself very solidly in knowing a certain way can change when your perspective changes. But still, you must measure all, right? I mean, don't be afraid to wander into fresh ground and fresh territory and experience new things. Absolutely. That's a huge point of life. If you're not experiencing new things, well, that could be very boring. Quite. But breaking new ground, seeing old things in new ways with new eyes, new perspectives, it's a enlightenment, right? It's allowing yourself to see outside of rigidity. And a lot of that rigidity is brought about by either you setting in one place on certain things in your mind and in your heart and in your spirit. And sometimes it's what you've been told, the way that you have been taught to view the world and people and things in the world. Perspectives of others are typically kept in you. It's like a legacy. People want you to carry on their perspectives as if it is a legacy, but it is not yours. It's someone else's legacy. It's somebody else's thoughts and ideals and ideas, but that doesn't make it yours. And sometimes it is a superpower to look beyond, to look at the same things that you've always seen in a certain light and allow a different light to shine on them, to show you the same old thing in a different way. Sometimes how you saw something first was changed, but with time, you may be able to heal the things that changed your perspective and allow you to go back to the start and see it anew with new eyes. Sometimes just with integrated eyes. I definitely have disavowed my old perspectives in a lot of ways for a lot of years. And letting them back in on the front stage with me in my daily life has made me a little bit more hostile, for sure. Where I'm trying to be more open to people, it's a double-edged sword, where I'm finding that I'm able to be more open and have conversations with strangers. I'm also finding that my automatic reactions are very powerful. I'm trying to be open, but at the moment that I feel adversity, rather than attacking it, my energy turns on them and just faces them like, if you want war, bring it, and I don't want to be like that. I certainly don't. I'm trying to not. So I've been avoiding that and walking away from it. So one of the things I like to do out here is look for rocks, rock hound, looking around at what you can find on the ground. I found this guy. It's not extraordinary, but it sure does shine a nice color, peachy pink color when the sun shines through it. So I know it's a grade that will polish to a high shine and definitely have a beautiful light show when the light shines through it. And this is something, when I'm out here looking for stones, it's one of the things that has brought me to the finer points of reality and perception. Because I can stand here and look around and see nothing but dirt and gray and black rocks and white rocks and miss all of the color. You don't see it from afar. You don't see the details until you're up close. And then when you get up close, you see something like this. Just bright, vibrant, red color and, these peachy color. You don't see it when you're just walking around. It's imperceptible until you get up close. And this lends itself to the reality of things are not seen until you're close enough to see them, until you're in its field and it's in your field. Until you are upon it, it doesn't really show what it is. It's imperceivable. So it's as if you're wandering around a field of gray, and only when you get close does the color start to show. The finer details start to shine and show themselves where they don't from afar. They just are not seeable. And this is how I see things in life as well, is from afar, it isn't even real. It's only real when it becomes close enough and in your field. That's when it is realized. Realization, manifestation. These things go hand in hand. It's not something that we do with intent. When you're just walking around looking at what's on the ground, you're just taking what comes with no expectation. And it is a gift to find the rare jewel, the rare vibrant stone amongst the gray and the plain, the standard, the norm, the basic. Like these greens. I mean, that is a vibrant green. Beautiful. Serpentine. Rhyolite. These guys give us the greens. Yet from afar, same as everything around it. You don't notice the intricate differences from afar. Not from not looking, it's just not close enough to be seen. This is where it feels like things are in the metaphysical, spiritual realm currently for a lot of the world. We all feel big change and we all know it's on the horizon. We all feel it in our gut that things are coming, things are changing. There's a difference in the wind, but we know not what it is yet. It's that basic, imperceivable, you can't put your finger on it, knowing that there's something going on that's happening outside of our ability to know exactly what it is. But being aware that it's happening is kind of what's exciting us all. It's making us like a herd of sheep or cows or any prey species. It's making us uneasy, unsettled, worried, which is also making us easily moved in a direction, guided with very little effort towards desired outcomes. And I want to say that's because of fear and dis-ease. You must embrace the unknown. You've got to be comfortable with not knowing, because when you just let things be and be comfortable and confident and not worried, that's when you are able to take things as they are and explore with your eyes open. And that's where you can start to see the beauty in the moment and the minute details that you would if you were scared and hiding in your hole. You'd miss it. You wouldn't see it at all. You'd walk right by it because your thoughts are in the air, not on the ground and on what you're walking on the firmament, on the things that are real. You'd be in the idea world, in the thought world, which is where things are born, but it doesn't do any good to stay there. It's actually against purpose to stay in that realm because you don't gain anything there. It's a place where you set intentions and then let them be. Let them do what they do. They will come to be. Your intentions will come to pass. You just have to let them be long enough to come to fruition. You can't push it, you can't force it, you can't make it. That's where you end up in struggle and strife and worry and fighting, and because it's very frustrating to not have the immediate actions that we desire come to us. We're such a throwaway society these days. We expect to fast food everything, just pull up, it's in your hand, pull off, consume, and go about your day. Next. What's next? What's the next thing I want? What else do I want? What else am I going to get? What else am I going to consume and burn and destroy and move on to the next thing? You know, it's endless. It really does seem to be an endless journey, this seeking and finding and gaining and having and wanting and desiring. You know, wow, that guy, look at you. Woo! That is beautiful right there. Man, look at that color. It's got the yellow, it's got the vibrant red, the orange. And I just know in the center it's gonna have the same colors. That's absolutely a keeper. And you know, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Is I would not have seen that if I were out here consumed by worry and strife and money matters and people matters and politics and war and all the things that are on the TV and social media and all that garbage. Being free of it is being free to be right here, right now. And right here, right now, I found some really cool stone. I haven't really gotten into showing my stone carving and, you know, all the stuff that I do with gems, and I've done a little bit of the silver. I haven't really shown, you know, working opals or any of that, and eventually I will. I'll show my jeweling and my stone carving and all the stuff that I spend a lot of time doing, because it's something that I really love to do just in my free time. It enriches my spirit. It has nothing to do with pleasing other people or gaining anything. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for any other reason than I find the stone beautiful, and then putting my artistic touch on it is just brings joy. It fills my heart. It's something that I do that brings fulfillment to my life. And well, people don't understand it, but who cares? It's not for other people. I don't do it for other people. I do it because it makes me happy. For no other reason. And I ask you people, what do you do just to make you happy? Not for anyone else, not for enrichment, not for betterment of others, just because you enjoy doing it, you love doing it. You know, I get going camping and fishing and doing these things, but if you really touch on it, it's typically about the family. It's about spending time with, you know, your wife, or doing this or that. It can be enriching to you. But I do, when I ask, mean for you alone. What do you do that enriches your existence, that makes you feel fulfilled, that has nothing to do with anyone else? And if there's nothing, well, that's fine. I mean, if you're happy, you're happy. There's no reason to not be happy and to need to do something that only fulfills you for your purposes. But it can be enriching to do so. to find something that's only yours, that you do and spend time doing for no other reason than it feels good. It makes you unwind. It makes you feel here and now. There's a lot of time that I've spent not doing that. And several years, I want to say 6 years or so ago, I just, came upon death, basically. It came upon me, and I fought it for 6 years, and finally life took hold again, and I wasn't just preparing to die anymore and working through it and providing through my family through facing death. It became, oh, well, I am going to make it. During that time, I found the things that I like to do for me. And those things gave me purpose outside of just providing, just giving of myself to provide for others was fulfilling. And it is fulfilling. And it is a huge, purposeful part of life, taking care of your kids, taking care of your family provides great purpose. Now, I wouldn't seek to deny that in any measure. But what I would like to add to that is it's also important to do for you, for your reasons only, as well, from time to time. To prioritize you and enrich yourself gives you happiness. And in that happiness, you can give more authentically. You may find yourself just not making waves and going along to get along with friends, family, spouse, children. Just to have a happy existence, you may allow a lot of things that you don't feel like are aligned with you. And if you give yourself that space and time to fulfill and fill your own desires inside and find what they are, as long as they're healthy and helpful, a lot of times they can enrich you to be in a place where you feel more comfortable to go against that grain, to speak out against the things that you do not agree with, even if it will cause strife between you and your family and your wife or your kids. Sometimes going along to get along can be more harmful to your soul than going along to get along ever will. Because long-term, regret stays. It's better to regret the things you have done than to regret the things you haven't. It's better to regret the things you have said, as long as they're in true alignment with you, than to regret the things you haven't said. It's better to be authentic in the face of getting along than it is to give in. Come. Because giving in can cause long-term damage, and inauthentic being can make you feel diminished as a human, as a person. It's as if you're giving in to your own self and saying, I don't matter. I have to get along and go along to be accepted. And a lot of people do that. They give in to their inner truths to be accepted by others, to not hurt other people. You hurt yourself. Do not seek to bend yourself out of shape to fit another's mold. Only if it is yours should you ever fit it. Sometimes we change away from who we were, and our thought processes change, our beliefs change, and therefore we must adjust. And that's okay. Make your adjustments as you grow. That's all right. It's okay to change your mind. To change your perspective is human. It should be embraced, not shunned. When you shove it back in its hole, it becomes a shadow aspect, only to be dealt with by others until you deal with it yourself. And in alignment with that thought, there are times when it feels that you are acting in a way that is out of alignment with the moment. Like you are in adverse standing to someone, whoever that may be, for no apparent reason, for no good reason at all. But you need to look into your heart and into your soul and find out why that is. Why are you acting that way towards that person? Because sometimes there is a just reason, and acting out may not be the right thing to do. And that's where just taking a silent stance, taking a pause, not being reactionary, not be active, just know that there's a reason and search for it. Search for the why. And let it take its time that's necessary to find the true answer of why. You don't have to accept the first thing, because a lot of times, come here. A lot of times there can be hidden, like I said, shadow aspects to reasons of actions and feelings that are hidden to us. We may be lashing out because of something in us that we're projecting onto others. But other times there are justified reasons for these feelings. And that's why it's important to not shut them down or shut them out or disavow them. It's best to search them out and find the reasoning. And a lot of times it's not going to be instant. It's not going to be a sudden, aha, I know what it is. It takes time. And a good way to do that is like what I'm doing, just going out for walks and free thinking. Let your mind wander. And it's funny how the mind, just like in dreams, will filter and sort through things that it seems you're just having quiet time. But your mind's literally going into random access rather than read only. And in that random access, that's where it's able to see things from the soul perspective and add its 55 cents in on the situation and provide clarity.